سلام به همه مخاطبای سایت خودروبانک. من کاظم احمدی‌نیا هستم. ما در چین هستیم، شهر ووهو، به همراه چند تا از رسانه‌های دیگه. من با آقای زیشان که کنارم نشستن آشنا شدم. میخوام ازشون بپرسم با توجه به اینکه توی کشور عربستان در زیر مجموعه‌های چری دارن فعالیت میکنن، میخوام ببینم که استقبال مردم توی اون کشور نسبت به ماشین‌های چینی، نه فقط محصولات چری، همه محصولات چینی چطور هست و آینده خودروهای چینی رو با توجه به حضور ماشین‌های ژاپنی، کره‌ای، اروپایی و آمریکایی چطور می‌بینن؟ سلام آقای زیشان، لطفا خودتون رو معرفی کنید و بگید که دقیقاً چه سمتی توی شرکت چری یا زیر مجموعه های اون دارید.
Okay, so I'm basically the marketing manager for Omoda and Jeku subsidiary established in Saudi market. So basically I'm working directly with the head office in Saudi Arabia.
Thank you. به نظر شما آینده ماشین‌های چینی توی بازاری مثل بازار عربستان به چه صورت خواهد بود، در حالی که توی اون بازار برندهای آمریکایی، ژاپنی، اروپایی و کره‌ای حضور دارن؟
Okay, so my opinion on Chinese car. See, if you're aware about the idea of the product life cycle, so every product has their peaks and lows. So when you talk about the Japanese, Americans, Koreans, they've had their time. They have really had their time for a long time. Initially, because like I'm literally from the Saudi market. I was born and bred there. So I've seen the inception. I've seen the start of with the Americans. There was times like back in 90s and 80s, American was on the peak. Then it was taken over by Japanese. American went down. The market share went down. Then it was taken by Japanese. And literally after Japanese, then came the Koreans in 2000s, in mid 2000s. And the Korean went to the peak. And after Korean, now this is the era of Chinese. I'll repeat myself again. This is the era of Chinese. Now Chinese cars are on peak. It's skyrocketing. That's what my opinion is about the Chinese car in Saudi Arabia.
آیا شما اطلاع دقیقی از میزان سهم بازار ماشین‌های چینی داخل عربستان دارین؟
So basically, if I'll give you a synopsis, I'll give you a summary of how's the market share of Chinese car. The idea being is that in Middle East specifically, the Chinese car entered right after the COVID. Specifically in Saudi Arabia, it entered right after the COVID. So before COVID, the market share was just 3%, which is nothing, zero. After COVID till today, the Chinese have taken 25% of the market share, which is huge. And they're taking the market share from the Koreans and the Americans. I don't have the exact figures of Americans and Korean market share, but they're declining and the Chinese car are inclining. And currently, as of today, when we talk about this, the market share of Saudi, of the Chinese car, it's 25%.
این رشد سهم بازار ماشین‌های چینی آیا فقط به خاطر قیمت کم اونهاست یا دلایل دیگه‌ای داره؟
Now, this is literally a wrong conception. People think that the Chinese car has lowest price. No, that's not true. Initially, if you go back like 10 years back, then it was that time that Chinese car used to be very cheap, but not anymore. I don't attribute their growth to the lowest price. No, it's totally not that. It's because they are modern. It's because they are offering value to money. They are offering value to money compared to the Koreans, compared to the Americans, compared to the Japanese. Their price is very competitive, I would say. Right now, the Chinese cars are not cheap. It's very, they are very good high-priced cars. There are mid-priced cars. In every segment, they have car. And their prices are very competitive, close to their competition. But why they're growing? Because Chinese car, the design, it's very futuristic. If you look Omoda and Jeku, they are very futuristically looking cars. They are modern. They are offering a lifestyle. They're offering a lot of technology which the Koreans, the Japs, and the Americans are not offering. So why would you want to go for someone else when you can get a lot? And the consumer in Saudi market right now is very educated consumer. That's what I would say. They know now, they can do the comparison. They know the value to money. So this is why they are going toward the Chinese car.
آیا شما گزارشی رسمی از این سهم بازاری که اشاره کردید در اختیار دارید؟
As per the Miata report that has been published by the Saudi government, the Chinese car has taken up to 25% of the market share, and that was back, I'm talking about in April.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.